Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. I'm Mick. We're doing our Scrapyard Survival. Now, last time we monsterized her as a truck, even bigger monsterized. Anyway, we've got a dog. We're going to turn into a crane. I haven't turned it into a crane yet because I didn't really have a need for a crane until I found a need for a crane. I've found a Chinook. The helicopter collection grows. Although I have used one helicopter to build the crane, one helicopter to build the survival pod, a respawn pod on the side here, and the Sikorsky's still waiting for something to do. I was going to use the Sikorsky as a spaceship, but it is pretty limited in size. I suppose I could still do it. But I found a Chinook. Now I've tried taking it over. I've cleaned out the insides. We've got a lot of space in here now. I patched up the holes in the roof. So this, well, apart from the big hole in the back there, it's all airtight. But I have been taking over the blocks. I have cleaned out the cockpit, and I find out that, well, I can't actually fit a cockpit in here because the front windows are in the way. So I'm going to have to maybe chop the front off that and add in one extra row of blocks. And I'll have to, there's no way in there of course, so I'll have to cut out that wall and put in an offset door. That battery working? Good. I can get power from here then. I can. Right. So I've got to, I suppose I'll just pick it up with the forklift and cut it off and move it further away and paste it back on, couldn't I? That would be the easy way. Well, it's not a major modification. I'll allow that in the rules. It's taken me forever to find one of these things. The chances of finding another one, although I suppose if the random number my computer's chosen for today is helicopters, then I'll probably find 10 of them. So get that crap out of there. They'll go back in as nice new control panels. If I'm going to use a forklift, I'll probably better get them out of the way of the forklift, hadn't I? Let's actually put them into the put them into the back. That's the front. Go into there for now. I've got somewhere where I can keep this stuff. I've got to put my rocket nozzles in there inside where it's safe. Not just sitting on the deck of everything where it can get smashed. How am I going to carry this? Should have brought a bigger truck. Oh, am I going to monsterize again? Dear, I think I can sense a monsterization coming on again. Anyway, let's get going. You, I probably could have kept you. Well, got to cut into here. Let's put a door in. That is 5 wide, 4 high, so I can fit a door in there quite easily. That means you got to get out of my way. You are just a timer block. I can build them. You are a battery. I can not build you, but I've got plenty of them. But I probably need the power. I'll go on the shelf there. We're okay. Still got power. You. Water detector, I probably don't need you. Now I'm just going to cut that off and drag it forward. So I need a forklift. Uh-oh. I sense a slight problem with my forklift storage. Nope. We're good. Now, how did I drive that? There we go. Down 3. The right button. And get down. Right. We are back. Mind the rotors. Maybe we should park a little bit further away. That might have been made it a bit easier. Hey, if we wanted easy, we wouldn't be doing a scenario like this. I don't think that's any better. Ready? 3. Okay, we're locked. Probably put the brake on. That might help too. Cut it on this line. Just match the colour pattern we got there, and I can rebuild that. Oh, we're apart. Right. Oh. Right, and I probably should have supported the back bit of it as well. Well... yeah, these things happen. Right, so, well, no. Fine. What happened to the inventory full lady? Is she just given up on me? You don't listen, so what's the point of even telling you? Right, so, say, 4. For them, that should be enough. Right, slightly moved over because you've migrated. We're back on. That was suspiciously easy. Oh, there's a little bug there with the movable parts of that matching with the old grid. That's all right. That'll be confusing, but a reload will fix that. Okay, missing panel there. Do I put it on as window or do I put it on as wall? Well, I suppose we chuck a seat in there and have a look. Right. Oh, yep, I'll probably need some stuff to finish that. Okay. Oh, let's make that red too. No, it looks awful. That looks less awful. Right. Probably want windows. Yeah, we want windows. Can I put my seat goes to there, so I can't put anything. Well, I can put that lock back on. Oh well. Put you back on there. Put in a full dashboard of controls there. If I put my weapon controller back onto here as a stand up and a couple of programmable blocks in there, it'll look like I'm really flying. Yeah, that's cool. So I've got the machine that goes ping, and I think it was a programmable block. Yep. That'll be fine. Okay, that is a Chinook retrofitted. We've got our pilot seat. We've got a really cool dashboard in here. We've got it all cleaned out. We've got the holes patched up. I've moved my rocket engines into here. There, got 5 of the 6 that I need. I need a big one to actually get off the ground. Might help as well. Well, how am I going to get off the ground? I'm going to have to build a launch tower and launch this thing vertically with the engine in the back. Big engine in the back. Oh, well, that's a future mix problem. We've just got it. Now we've got a spaceship. Now the trick is this thing is huge. So if we jump into here, yep. Look at the size of this chopper next to my truck. It's a little bit shorter, but it's almost as wide. So I have to bring it with me now. I don't want to monsterize it and then add another one onto the back, because that'd be silly. I can chuck it on the trailer. Probably not. I think it's wider than the trailer. It's there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She's 9 blocks wide, plus the little letters and stuff. So say 11 blocks wide, and our whole truck is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. Yeah, it's about the same width as my truck. So I think I'm going to have to widen the truck. I've got to take it with me. It's I've got to be able to pick it up. So I'm going to have to actually finish the crane, and well, I don't know. I suppose I could widen the vehicle out on one side and just stick the chopper on down one side of the vehicle. I kind of like the proportions on the cabin at the front, so I don't want to stretch that wider. I'm just going to have to make some Mad Max abomination with just something welded together on the side. So, sure. Well, let's ditch the trailer and see what we can find. See what we can do. So I'll find somewhere flat to drop the trailer. Inside this sand dune, so it's not a lot of flat spots. That looks flattish. Straighten it out a little bit. Yeah, that'll do. Got my one button to disconnect. Oh. Oh, that's right. I lifted the suspension, didn't I? Okay, well, we can manage that. I'll just drop the suspension. There we go. And now I can say the trailer hitch. Oh, I got it not shown on there. You show on there. Okay. We shall attach. Are we off? We are. Okay. Trailer is disconnected. Now, I'm going to have to do something with the rest of it. Well, I suppose I've got extra cargo containers. I could just redo the cargo containers again as well. Anyway, so now I need to jack the suspension back up again. I can widen it out. How far out do we have to go? Okay, so I think
inventory full.
I think my inventory's full. Now I think I can move these wheels over by 6 blocks. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that's going to be the width of the new wheels. Let's put a tire on that and see how far out we go. Oh shit. I can rearrange the cargo containers and get everything out to there. Okay, so how am I going to blend that into there? Yeah, let's commit. Okay, this is what I've come up with. Ta-da! I kind of like it and hate it at the same time. Oh, I don't want to mess with that. I like that. This just looks so bolted on. It looks like something I've welded together without doing the maths. I kind of like it and hate it. But yeah, I got a bit more to do, and I might have grown another set of wheels too. Who's going to be big enough to carry a helicopter now, huh? Huh? It's marginally better. Yeah, we're a little bit closer to being able to carry it. Ah, right. Well, Yep. Well, we'll see. I think I can sort of have a couple of girders sticking out there to actually hold this thing up on the side. But I think I'm going to rejig the containers at the back here. I'll put in a central row of containers. I shall put on a trailer hitch that is connected to the containers and can be connected through to the trailer. So as I find more containers, I can just put them in the trailer and I don't have to worry about building them into here. But that's the plan. So time to do some welding. That's a lot of blocks to weld. Oops. Okay, I've just been talking to myself for the past 2 hours. But anyway, I didn't press record. But a short story that is, it's gotten bigger. That's where we're sitting at now. I've put in a heap of extra cargo containers. So we stretched it a bit. It's still looking pretty boxy. That side's looking a bit better. But yeah, I still looking at that chopper and thinking, that's a meaty piece of gear there. And I thought we'd made this a lot bigger by comparison, but it doesn't really look a lot bigger yet. But we're still got a bit of stuff to put out there. Flare it out over those wheels there and it won't look as bad. But mainly, I have an interior in it now. I've moved my survival kit up to here. I'd say there's 3 rows of cargo containers. And I have some stairs going up to the, if I crouch, up to the other cockpit. I've got a hole in the place now, so I need to probably patch that up. But I have an interior, so I can put in some furniture and bits and pieces and stuff in here. So this will be pretty cool. But I still have to, oh, damn it. I still have to do a bit more. So I've done a bit of greebling around here. I'll put some batteries into there. They seem to fit in there pretty cool. You can see the lights on them. I don't have any more of those batteries now. They're all warfare batteries. So I might have to see if I can scrounge at least one more to go over here. I'll probably have something different at the front there. We'll see how we go. But that's where we're at the moment. I'll probably have to move this stuff off there. Maybe finally put that in track. Well, the tank's got to go in the chopper. So I could do that now. I mean, it's going to go at the back. You know that much. So there's no surprises there. I don't have to plan that out. Simple? Question mark? I don't know. That'll go in there and a big nozzle sticking out the back. That's going to be the spaceship. Oh, I've got 2 big jets. I could put them on there. Well, I've still got to get it moving. I could put real jets on there. Oh, real jets. If I weld this to the truck, proper weld it there, not just mag plate it on, I could use the jets to get up the hills. It's going faster. I can't see that being a problem. But let's do a little bit more building and see what we can come up with. I can fit out the interior. I might have to move that chopper in one so it doesn't quite stick out as far. I've got plenty of room there for the interior. So I could move that in. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's do that. There we go, I did that. Okay, it's moved in a little bit further, so it doesn't stick out quite as far. And I need to put some my lights were on. But I need to put some lights in here. I have done a bit of an interior. And I just remembered we've got these little consoles for small grid. I put a fake console into the into the helicopter, and I just had one there I could have just put in there quite easily. Well, shit. Anyway, but I've got an interior. The ceiling is slightly raised. I got a bed. I've got a kitchen. Dark kitchen, as I say, I need some lights. I was thinking I could switch these stairs back and turn them out onto the roof. But, say, as we can see out here, I've put a little model up on there to see what it looks like. Just to get the positioning right. I have to excuse the crudity of the model. I haven't had time to paint it and it's not to scale. But I think it's night time, but I think that's probably about the place to be. It sits on top of the deck. I mean, I could go out one further and then it'd hang out the same distance as the other one. But that's kind of like trying too hard, isn't it? That's about where it is. So it takes up a fair bit of space, if I can get the camera to work with me. And yeah, by setting it back, I don't think it overwhelms the cockpit on that one there, but I won't know until it's on there. So yeah, if I put it out one further and drop it down one, it means it'll be sitting right on top of the cargo containers, which I don't really want, but I think that's where it's got to be. So that's where we've got. If we trying to paint a little bit and make it look a little less neat. Everything was looking a little bit too like it's been designed that way, and I didn't want it. It's very difficult to design something that's distressed. When it's so easy to fix stuff up, it's difficult to not just go and fix stuff up. I'm having a little bit of trouble here. I have to keep pulling things apart and saying, no, that's too neat. Too neat. But the other side's coming out. I've flared out over the wheels. Once again, it's too neat. I've got to do something with that. The front, I think, is pretty cool. We just got a few girders there still sitting up off the suspension. How I transition from this mess to neat. Right-a-row. I've got some pistons there just so as I can move the model around and sit it in the right spot. As I say, it's just so easy to change stuff here. It's difficult to make stuff look like you've just done the best you can, because the best you can is to make it perfect. And yeah, perfect is not what we want here. We want it to make it look like it's not perfect. But anyway, I've made a little pad here for the dog. It's got to move. It's currently colliding with the model we got there. So I'm going to move it back, move it over. I've only got an extra 3 spaces on it there, but that should be enough to give it clearance. That means it is not centered anymore, of course. It'll be sitting, yeah, outside the actual suspension there. So about it, it should be a pretty heavy platform it's sitting on, so I'm not too worried. But now I've got to pick that up and move it. Now, it didn't have the cockpit on it last time we picked it up. So it might be heavier. And I put a heap of crap there, so I'm going to have to pick it up further away from my centre of mass. Good luck. And I'm going to have to make it heavier so I can actually pick the thing up. But we shall do that. Now if we grab onto that, well, and maybe another one. Yeah, I should be able to reach that. I grab onto that, I can then disconnect it and move it to the new spot. So I better build that up, I guess. Oh, and make it not green. There we go. Now, move you Ow. I did center that in my platform. I did. Yeah, the deck does look a little bit too plain. I would have loved to have got this deck together from pieces I've had to scrap and pull off other things, but you just don't find any big flat bits of deck anywhere on small grids. I suppose I could have just taken the trays off trucks or the roofs off the vans or something like that, but then they just end up with a flat piece that's yellow instead of black. But anyway. Ow. Now I got to pick that up, and there we go. Up, nice forklift in there, buddy. Oop. Ow. That looks good enough. If I line it up, perhaps. Yeah, I can reach that. How do I drive you? And, oops, wrong button. Wrong button again. There we go. Now that button. And I'm not reaching it. Oh, yes I am. I've got you. Now, I need to go disconnect it. And hopefully my forklift doesn't just nosedive forwards. That is the base rotor. Detach. You've nosedived forward, haven't you? I said don't do that. Right. Yeah. Is that? Yeah, that's a slight problem. Right. Forklifts normally do have a hinging mechanism at the bottom of the lift there, so it can actually tilt the load backwards to better balance itself. But mine hasn't got that, so it's yeah, that's a problem. Probably that I'm facing downhill doesn't help either. So if I park it so it's kind of sloping the other way before I detach it might be handy. Whoops. So if I... Oh, and it's moved. No, it's okay. We're good. Nobody ever touched that. It's fine. Put you back on. Don't die. It's fine. Don't panic. Now I'll park this. I might. Well, I've basically got to turn it around, don't I? Because we are definitely on a downslope there, and that's not going to help the load go. Yeah, that's definitely on a downslope. If I turn it around, I should be okay. It'll be picking it on an uphill slope, and it should then be tilted backwards when it tries picking it up. And who am I trying to convince? Now, just don't break off. Let's look somewhere the model isn't. Oh. And if this is too steep, then I guess the forklift's fallen over backwards. There we go. And drop the suspension. Okay. Now if it falls over and squishes me, I was never here. Don't put all that extra weight on there with the grabbing platform. Probably didn't help, did it? Okay. Now, can I pick it up this time? Lock. Good. Detach. Ah, I'm stuck. No, we're good. Right. There we go. Now, I hope I put the handbrake on. Pretty sure I did. Ah. That's still wrong, isn't it? Okay. Maybe if I put another battery on the back. I've tied it up, right? Put a cargo container on the back and chuck a heap of heavy stuff in it. Ooh, that might have been a better way to design it in the first place. Then I could just adjust the weight just by chucking stuff in the cargo container. Oh. But, well, there's a battery on top of the other stuff, so let's just do it that way. Yeet. Because I can pick this up, whereas the loaded cargo container I can't pick up. Well, this is easy. This is one piece. If it doesn't work, I'll just do it again. And I think I need weld pads. I still get into my connector. Up. Up. Here we go. I don't know how much extra weight I actually need to put on this. Right. Yep. Go. Oh. Oh. Nope, nope, that one. Now pick it up. No. Oh, whoop, whoop, whoop. I mean, yes. Do I? No, it's sitting on the chopper. Okay. Well, I've got an idea. I'll grab a cargo container and fill it up with heavy stuff. See, I knew there was a reason that I deliberately didn't use all of the cargo containers there. do, do. Wee, wee, wee. Right. Now you come off there. Yeah, you didn't like that, did you? You can go onto there. You have to go over here. Let's go in the middle. Yep. Righto. And nope. Nope. There we go. Nope. Still nope. There we go. Right, now something heavy. Richard. Plate. I think that's about the heaviest per volume. Yep, there we go. Kind of handy. I want to keep something like that on there. Now, well, let's see how well we do now. Now here's the danger of having it on a doing it on a hill. Gently. Gently. Oh, yes. Reverse steering, isn't it? Wait a minute. My steering is back to front. Oh, right. I've probably got the centre of mass behind the steering wheels now, so so it thinks that they're on the front half of the vehicle and it's trying to steer the wrong way. That's why I'm having so much trouble. Thinking, damn, where did you last learn to drive? Yeah. How are we doing? I think that's called missing. No, the other way. Damn, no, wrong way. A little bit closer, but still wrong. Right, steer the wrong way. If I just turn around and face my point of view the other direction, will this work? Oh. That's probably looking good enough. There we go. Ooh. Doggone. You are the dog. A base rotor. And I want to attach. And probably take you out of there. Okay. 3. Away we go. Oh, you're turning the right direction again. Good. It was just the mass imbalance which was causing that. It wasn't any bug with the steering. Okay. Up. Right. Dog moved. Now, I need to get the dog to lift the helicopter onto there. But the dog is not in a helicopter lifting mood at the moment, so I'm going to have to I'm going to have to turn the dog into a crane now, aren't I? I've been putting it off long enough. The best way to lift it would be, I guess, lift it straight onto the side that it needs lifting onto. Well, I think I can rip the model off there. And try the real thing. Crane first. Crane needs to be turned into a crane. Drop the suspension again. And I'm inside. Still have some holes in the floor, so I'm not quite finished yet. Yeah, because when I put that on there, if I take the stairs, to remove that cockpit, bring the stairs up there, the door to the helicopter will be right here. I'll have to cut the roof off. Smokestack I'll have to move over to here, but I can do that. And I'll lose that cockpit, but that's all right. I don't use that one. Hydrogen tank, which I also don't use. But there we go. So I now have this clear space. I have enough space for the crane to pivot around. So that means I need to crane you up. I've got a computer. How am I going to crane you? Oh, yep. You're going to hit the model. Well, probably served your purpose. Oh, okay. That hinges on the top. It's not in the middle of everything. Oh, nope. Still no. Right. Well, give myself a little bit of a ramp to get up there. Oh, that was meant to help. It's okay, sure. So I need to fit pistons in there. So I've somehow got to put something in there with a bit of a gap so the pistons won't clang out on it without losing the dog look. So how do I do that? These things are all, they're all texture blocks. I can't get any gap inside them apart from these first few. So, and I have put pistons right beside each other before and they do get a bit clangy. So I don't really want to do that. I could put glass door blocks. they're going to be reasonably the same shape. One. That's not a blast door. Okay. There we go, 3. So if I take you, blast door edge. Ah. Got those things on it. Well, oh, there's going to be some loss. Yeah, not ideal. Can I get pistons on there without going full clang? They are still going to be on these ones here. I could put more blast door blocks down there. Or we do still have the texture on below that. All right, more blast door blocks in there. It's making my boom heavier though. These have each got 5 plates in them, and the other ones I cut out only had 1 plate in them, so it's a lot heavier. I probably should have switched on the inertial tensor thingy in the settings, shouldn't I? Uh-oh. Oh, I put the wrong ones on there. Oh. Yeah. Sort of. And pistons. Okay, I've got to restart the game and put the inertial tensors on. Well, this is probably going to go bad. Well, I mean, it's. Did they make it so it doesn't need inertial tensors now, or have they just said live without them? Well, let's put on a couple of pistons. This boom arm's going to be way too long now for 2 pistons. So use square pistons in there. Doesn't matter, I need steel plate either way. Go gadget arms. Ow, nope. Wow, I can still fit more in there. Okay. Okay, shoulder. You shall be. Well, let's get in there. Hi, this is Mick from the future now. Once again, I've got too carried away building stuff in this episode, so I'm going to have to split it over 2 episodes there. So we're going to have to break it there. I'll record this outro from the future and sort of have to leave the rest of it for next time. Let's say I'm not too far in the future. The helicopter's still sitting on the ground there, and a few things have changed, but not much. But anyway, we'll sort of say farewell for today. Until next time, happy building. See ya.